We often share our plans and goals with our closest friends, seeking support and encouragement. However, Gautam Buddha warns us against sharing our plans with friends in several teachings because it is believed to cause harm. In this article, we will explore 10 reasons why you should not share your plans with friends according to the teachings of Gautam Buddha. Additionally, the teachings of Gautam Buddha emphasize the importance of inner reflection and self-reliance. Sharing our plans with others can sometimes divert our attention from the path we have set for ourselves, as we become more focused on external validation and opinions. The Buddha taught that true wisdom and self-discovery come from within, not from seeking approval or advice from others. When we constantly seek the approval and validation of our friends, we may become overly dependent on their feedback. This dependency can hinder our personal growth and hinder our ability to make independent decisions. The Buddha believed in the power of self-trust and the need to develop a strong sense of self-reliance. He encouraged his followers to rely on their own inner guidance and intuition. Furthermore, when we share our plans with others, we may inadvertently invite jealousy or competition. Not everyone will celebrate our successes or support our aspirations wholeheartedly. Some friends might even consciously or subconsciously work against us due to their own insecurities or desires. The Buddha understood the complexities of human relationships and the potential for negative energy to affect our journey. In line with Buddha's teachings, it is essential to remember that not all individuals are equipped to understand or appreciate our goals and aspirations. They might not share our values or see the world through the same lens. Sharing our plans with those who lack a deep understanding of our objectives can lead to misunderstandings and unnecessary conflicts. It's not to say that we should never confide in our friends or seek advice when needed. Healthy relationships thrive on trust and open communication. However, there is wisdom in discerning when to share and when to keep our plans close to our hearts. The Buddha's teachings remind us of the value of silence and introspection, allowing us to nurture our goals and ambitions without the interference of external opinions. While sharing our plans with friends can be valuable in certain situations, it's important to be mindful of the potential drawbacks, as outlined in the teachings of Gautam Buddha. Balancing our desire for external input with the need for self-reliance and inner wisdom is key to staying true to our path and achieving our goals with confidence and determination. Gautam Buddha's teachings emphasize the importance of mindful and deliberate actions. When we constantly share our plans with others, we open ourselves up to a barrage of opinions, doubts, and judgments from well-meaning friends. While their intentions may be sincere, this external input can sometimes cloud our judgment and make us second-guess our choices. Buddha suggests that instead of seeking validation from others, we should find confidence and assurance within ourselves. By keeping our plans private, we can focus on our own inner compass, listening to our intuition and wisdom. This self-reliance not only helps us stay true to our goals, but also fosters a sense of self-discipline and self-trust. In the realm of Buddhism, meditation and introspection are fundamental practices to gain clarity and insight into one's life path. By keeping our plans to ourselves, we can approach them with a sense of contemplation and mindfulness, allowing us to refine our objectives and motivations with a clear and uncluttered mind. Buddha's teachings stress the impermanence of life and the ever-changing nature of circumstances. When we share our plans openly, we might unintentionally set ourselves up for disappointment if things don't go as expected. This attachment to specific outcomes can lead to suffering, a concept central to Buddhist philosophy. Instead, the Buddha encourages us to focus on the journey itself rather than fixating on the end result. By keeping our plans private, we are more likely to appreciate the process, learn from setbacks, and adapt to changing circumstances with grace and resilience. Gautam Buddha's wisdom suggests that keeping our plans to ourselves allows us to maintain a sense of humility, inner strength, and adaptability. It promotes self-reliance, mindfulness, and a deeper connection with our life's journey. While there may be moments when sharing plans with friends is beneficial, there is a profound value in the practice of discretion and introspection, as advocated by the teachings of Buddha. Thirdly, when we share our plans with friends, we may feel constant pressure to keep up with their expectations. Our friends may unintentionally create pressure to succeed, and we may become disheartened if we do not meet their expectations. This may lead us to make rash decisions and take shortcuts, all to please our friends. Buddhism teaches us the value of being in control of our own lives, free from external pressures and influences. When we openly share our plans and aspirations with our friends, we inadvertently expose ourselves to external expectations and opinions. While friends usually mean well, their expectations can unknowingly become burdensome, causing us to feel obligated to meet them. This pressure to conform to their expectations can be suffocating, leading to stress and anxiety. The path of Buddhism encourages self-awareness, introspection, and mindfulness. When we disclose our ambitions, we risk losing sight of our own aspirations and values, becoming preoccupied with fulfilling the desires of others. This shift in focus from inner clarity to external approval can hinder our spiritual journey and personal growth. When we constantly update our friends on our plans and progress, we may unintentionally invite their judgments and comparisons. Buddhism reminds us of the impermanence of life and the futility of comparing ourselves to others. In the pursuit of our own happiness and fulfillment, it is essential to remain detached from the opinions and judgments of others. The pressure to succeed in the eyes of our friends can have a profound impact on our decision-making process. We may be tempted to take shortcuts or make impulsive choices to maintain the appearance of success. This deviation from the mindful and deliberate path advocated by Buddhism can lead to unfavorable consequences and lasting regrets. By refraining from sharing our plans with friends, we can reclaim control over our lives, making choices that align with our true values and aspirations. Buddhism encourages us to walk our own unique path, detached from external expectations. In doing so, we find the freedom to make decisions based on our inner wisdom, rather than external pressures. Of course, this doesn't mean we should completely isolate ourselves from our friends or cut off all forms of communication. Instead, it suggests that we should be selective and mindful in our sharing. We can engage in meaningful conversations with our friends, focusing on the present moment and shared experiences, rather than future plans and ambitions. This way, we can foster authentic connections and maintain our own sense of purpose and direction. The wisdom of Buddhism teaches us that keeping our plans to ourselves can be a powerful practice in our modern lives. While it's natural to seek support and encouragement from our friends, we must be mindful of the potential pitfalls associated with sharing our plans. The pressure to meet external expectations, the risk of losing our own aspirations, and the temptation to make hasty decisions can hinder our spiritual and personal growth. By embracing the principle of discretion and being selective in what we share, we can find a balance between seeking support from friends and staying true to our inner path. Buddhism reminds us that true contentment and success come from within, and it's essential to protect our journey from external influences that may hinder our progress. So let's pause and reflect on the wisdom of silence and consider whether we need to share our plans or keep them close to our hearts, in alignment with the teachings of Buddhism. Fourthly, sharing our plans can attract jealousy and envy from our friends. They may envy our ambition, success, or resources. This may lead to a sense of competition between friends, and they may try to undermine our plans or sabotage our success. Fifthly, people change and friendships may not always last forever. Our friends may not always be our friends, and they may share our plans with others without our knowledge or consent. Trusting too much in friends can lead to betrayal, and this can damage our loved ones' relationships beyond repair. Sixthly, our plans may never escape the talk grapevine. Our friends may share our plans with others without our knowledge or consent. This can lead to inaccurate information getting out, or the plan becoming distorted or taken out of context. This can cause confusion, misunderstandings, and lead to misinformation about our plans. Seventhly, when we share our plans with friends, we give them power over our aspirations. We become vulnerable and susceptible to their opinions and advice, even if their advice goes against what we feel we should do. This can lead to a conflict of interest, and we may doubt our abilities and judgment. Eighthly, sharing our plans may lead to unforeseen circumstances that can disrupt our plans or cause them to fail. Our friends may, without knowing it, give us bad advice or opinion, which we follow blindly, leading to failure or disappointment. Ninthly, sharing our plans with friends can lead to unnecessary noise and distractions. We may become too preoccupied with our friends' opinions or advice, and this can take the focus away from our plans. In some cases, we may end up not taking action on our plans due to too many distractions. Lastly, one of the main reasons why we should not share our plans with our friends is because of the law of attraction. According to the teachings of Gautam Buddha, what you think, you become. When we share our plans with friends, we are indirectly seeking their opinions, validation, and approval. Even if we receive negative feedback or no response, we are still indirectly telling the universe that we doubt our abilities and judgment. As a result, we may attract negativity and failure, causing our plans to fail before we even begin.